Hey friends, we're going to start the Van Gogh still life, and we're going to start off with our paper and do our first name and last name on the back, our room number, and whatever grade you are, G1, G2, G3. Then we're going to flip it to the front, and we're going to be using watercolor, and your paper is going to go vertical like this, and we are going to be painting a table and a wall. So we're going to use the first color you can do a straight line or you can do a curved line for your table. So you're going to dip and wipe till you get that color filled on the brush, and if you need to get more color, you're going to re-dip and make sure you wipe before you leave the cup, and you're going to paint all the way to the bottom of whatever color you chose to be your table color. So this is my table color. I'm going with green. You can use any color that is out. And now I'm going to switch to the wall color, and for this one I'm going to use orange, and I'm actually going to flip my paper around because it'll be easier for me to paint. I'm going to leave a small space between the table and the wall, so you can see that little white space there. That's because I don't want the two colors to run together. So I'm going to dip and wipe and then get that little puddle of orange, and then I'm going to spread that out. Now your brush should not look like it's dry or ratted. If it is, that means you need more paint. So quickly filling up the space, and then when we are done with this, this goes on the drying rack. You're going to need to find your room number to see which side of the drying rack you go on. And so this is going to the drying rack. In the meantime, I have given you a piece of paper that tells us what a still life is, and again you're going to fill out the top, first and last name, your room number, and your grade level. So a still life is a picture of blank objects. So we're going to be writing inanimate. This just means that the objects are not alive, they don't move, they are still, and that's what the word inanimate means. We will fill out this second one later. So we're going to go over making the vase now for the picture. So here is our small sheet of paper for the vase, and you can get those off of my desk. What we're going to do is we're going to fold it in half first. So you want to line up your corners and then crease the paper once you have it in place. And then I've provided you with some pictures of some vases to help you, and you can use those as you look. And because we folded the paper in half, we're only drawing half of the vase. I'd like you to use as much of this space as possible, so go ahead and start near the top, if that's the top of the vase, and then if you want to come down and around, and then back down. And the next thing we're going to do is cut that out. You're going to come see me before you cut it so that we make sure we did what we need to do. And we're going to recycle our scraps and put away our scissors when we're finished. Once we're done with that, you want to open it up. Use oil pastels to draw a pattern or a design on there. Again, you can use the designs that I've provided you with as ideas, but please don't copy any. I'm going to just start with some bright colors and draw some things on here. The reason we folded our paper in half was to make the vase symmetrical. So if you know that we have our definition paper as well, we can do that. So symmetrical is blank on both sides of an image, and that should say equal, E-Q-U-A-L. So it's same on both sides. So in this case, the vase, here's our line of symmetry is the fold, and it's the same on both sides. So even as you draw your design, we're trying to make it the same on both sides. So if I'm going to do 2 circles on this side, then I'm going to do 2 circles on this side. And you can see the scalloped line also goes across that way as well. So you decide what you'd like to do for your designs. And then when you're finished adding designs, you may watercolor the white space that's left on your vase. And you want to pick a color that is not already on your other painted paper. So if you remember, I did orange and green. So I want to make sure I don't do orange or green watercolor so that it doesn't look the same. your name and room number on the back of this, first and last name, room number, grade.